Welcome to this step-by-step ASP.NET Core tutorial for beginners. Whether you are brand new to web development or just getting started with the .NET Core, you are in the right place. In this video, we will guide you from the basics to building your first ASP.NET Core application with complete clarity. Here is what we will cover in this video. We will start by understanding what ASP.NET Core is and why it is so powerful for modern development. Then we will set up your development environment and walk through building your first project step by step. Before we begin, make sure you have the tools ready. You will need Visual Studio or VS Code, the latest .NET SDK installed, and a browser to test your app. Don't worry, I will guide you through each step even if you are not familiar with all these tools. So, why should you learn ASP.NET Core? It is fast, secure, cross-platform and backed by Microsoft. That means you are learning a future-proof framework used by companies all over the world for building scalable and secure web applications. Now that you are set up and ready, let us dive into the practical part. We will create a new project, understand the folder structure, and then build and run your very first ASP.NET Core web application. Welcome. In this video, we will learn how to pass data from a controller to a view in ASP.NET Core. This is a fundamental concept for building dynamic web applications. The first step is to create the data that you want to display in the view. In this example, we will create a product object with some sample data. Inside the index action method of the home controller, we create a new product object and set its properties. Then we pass the product object to the view. This makes the product object available to the index view. The view method takes the model as an argument and passes it to the view. This is how the controller communicates the data to the view. Now that we are passing data from the controller to the view, we need to tell the view what type of data to expect. We do this using the @model directive at the top of the view file. Open the index.cshtml file and add the following line at the very top. @model your project name .models.product. Replace your project name with the actual name of your project. This @model directive tells the raiser that this view expects a model of type product. This allows us to access the properties of the product object in the view. Without this @model directive, raiser would not know what type of data to expect and you would not be able to access the properties of the model. Now that we have declared the model type in the view, we can access the properties of the model using Razor syntax. Razor syntax allows us to embed C# code directly into our HTML. In the index.cshtml file, add the following line: h2 at model.name at model.price /h2. At model name will display the value of the name property of the product object, and at model price will display the value of the price property. The at model syntax allows us to access the model that was passed from the controller. The dot notation allows us to access the properties of the model. It is time to see our data in action. Run your ASP.NET Core application by pressing F5 or using .NET Run. Open your web browser and navigate to the URL for the index action of the home controller, usually /home/index. You should see the output laptop 999.99 displayed in your browser. This confirms that we have successfully passed data from the controller to the view and displayed it to the user. This is a simple example, but it demonstrates the fundamental concept of passing data from a controller to a view in ASP.NET Core. In addition to passing a model to view, you can also use viewBag and viewData to pass data from the controller to the view. ViewBag and viewData are dynamic properties that allow you to store data and retrieve data. ViewBag is a dynamic property that allows you to create properties on the fly. When you use ViewBag in ASP.NET MVC, you can add properties to it during runtime without needing to declare them beforehand. This allows for flexibility in passing data to views without strict type definitions. To use ViewBag, simply assign a value to a property of the ViewBag object. ViewData is a dictionary that allows you to store and retrieve data using keys. To use ViewData, simply add a key value pair to the ViewData dictionary. While ViewBag and ViewData can be useful for passing simple data to the view, it is generally recommended to use a model for passing more complex data. In this video, we have learned how to pass data from a controller to a view in ASP.NET Core. We have learned how to create data in the controller, how to declare the model type in the view, and how to display data in the Razor view. This is a fundamental concept for building dynamic web applications. By mastering this concept, you will be able to create web applications that display dynamic data to the user. I encourage you to experiment with passing the different types of data from the controller to the view and explore the different ways to display the data in the view.